I'm kind of giving, he does a lot of taking, and I'm just fed up with that. Let it begin. Exchanging notes is 5 years old this year. It's 5 years old. Count them 1 through 5. Exchanging notes is 5 years old this year. Thank you. Exchanging notes. It's 5 years old this year. It's got Pierre Montillon on trumpet, and he's going to play something that sounds like this. We have coming up for you 2.5 hours of poetic magic, prosodic delights, things to do, stuff to go, food to eat, booze to drink, and the place is so warm you're never gonna want to leave. And we have coming up for you on the delightful instrument of poetic phraseology, Mr. Alan Sutterfield on saxophone. Let's hear it for the guys. Wayne Collins, Pierre Montillon, Isaac on drums, and the indefatigable, I don't remember, but he's cool.
Cafe counter. Inevitable, irrepressible counter. Essential tea and salami on rye, my midday meal.
It's a perspective.
Last night's clarity.
Not a conclusion.
Obscure. Once more. I've decided to begin writing the simplest things wherever I happen to be. A waitress sits 3 stools away, 2 saucers stacked high with alternating cheddar slices.
Do you have any idea what it's like to be fucked on a moving bicycle while you ride through the back alleys of the Kensington Market at midnight? That happened to you every night for the last 6 weeks. Aha! So you were not taking a small engine repair course at George Brown College, and that grease on your hands and arms and thighs was bicycle chain grease. Then she was gone. Took everything, except for a tube of bicycle chain grease, which he threw out in disgust. A couple days later, his face broke out in a vicious case of adult acne that was so severe he had to take a long-term leave of absence from his job at the bank. Eventually, the boredom got to him, and he went online and purchased a Boston Bulldog Cocker Spaniel cross Robo-Dog, which he called Ralph. Because he lived in the beaches and he always wanted to appear cool whenever he went out for a walk with Ralph, he spurs on enough add-on attachments and software upgrades that Ralph became a quite realistic and wonderful mess-free companion.
Boiled up some tea to warm up my fingers. Fried up some eggs to warm up the room. It's time for work, but the sun is still sleeping, and the devil is waiting beside the office door. I went outside and the wind was still blowing. I shoveled a path to the garage door. The car won't start. The battery's frozen.
A pretense which I smear on the foothold of action. This journey has somehow found me. In the trails I blaze past a stream of flowing water, traversing through with me at my feet. This water startles me. From looking at the reflection of my youth, reminding the valley I left, deep and suffocating. But now it has been choked of its darkness and discharged of its vile colors. What remains is a pool of water, a body of wealth, a reservoir of my own transmuted past.
At the Vancouver Aquarium. In the darkened room, I press my face against the transparent wall of glass, thin separation from stinging sea nettles and octopoidal sucking, clinging tentacles, delicate ribbons of fish-paralyzing poison, headless, soft-gutted, translucent bodies, in shape vaguely vegetal or fungal, like the secret cavities and grotesque organs that hide in my own containing flesh.
It is a literary cabaret, much like this one. Cabaret littéraire, rue de Voltaire. Where is my nose? Ha! Voila! The poet. The poet thief in question is a brash, trash objet. En rouge robe fatale. She reads Felice's poem, and the audience is ravi. They thrust upwards their scorecards like feisty, errant penises. 9.5, 9.7, 10.
You can't do that, she said. The rushes grow about you. I hear demons who will attack you. You can't do that. There are thousands of ways to be a woman, but yours is not right. Babcha, was it you who said that if a mother is on fire, they'll come and take her child away? I didn't want a child. I didn't want fire. Really, what did I do wrong? You, Babcha, you warned me. Fire is prohibited, but so is its opposite. And when I step out of the room, they will see my bag and steal it. I'll chase them down the street, but I'll never catch them up. You warned me. When the fire is put out, you will be held. But I had a better idea.
I think about Roxanne when I'm not busy or asleep. Sometimes even then. She wants independence, a career, to prove that she can fend for herself. I'll always earn more money than she does. She's moved across town with our daughter to be close to the lab that pays her to make animated films about neutrons and protons. I used to live for our good times together. I'd have done anything for her until we started fighting over little things we once ignored. Then she stopped arguing and just shrugged.
But for 17 years he's been dead. Tonight I stand tall for the limerick. It's hard to find rhyming for limerick. You may wish to throw up. Please use your own cup. If now I make you and him sick. A neighbor of mine back in Ealing threw her ancient dad at the ceiling. When asked why she did, she replied, to be rid of a strange, overpowering feeling. I'll tell you what fills me with rage. It's page after page after page of drivel, no sizzle, cliches, and all pat. All that. The kind that you write, I will wager.
And the next one is called Wounded Face. Moaning the empty chair, the man bowed and broke down. Thoroughly glad created only despair. The wife died and he wasn't there. Rage is now his silent weapon. Death shook him to reality. Left of the tombstone wept upon, the children are his full responsibility. Why did he miss that wounded face?
Tammy could trace the origins of her love back to grade 7 and David Pepperman. He sat behind her in math class, and one day he reached forward and snapped her bra strap. It was the first time she'd worn one, and it was back in the day when a girl still felt self-conscious about anyone seeing her underwear. Unfortunately, something else snapped along with the bra strap. Tammy let go a string of words never before uttered from her mouth, and these vicious words had only one target: David Pepperman's lower anatomy. The boys erupted into laughter as David turned dark red, and most of the girls gazed at Tammy with open admiration. Her cheeks flushed with pride, and she felt something new, something different. She felt powerful.
At the very back of the house, in the unheated summer kitchen, the copper-bodied washing machine hunched in a shade-draped corner, awaiting Monday. Off one end of this slope-ceilinged room, a pantry contained all my grandmother's canning and pickling supplies. Clumps of drying dill festooned the open rafters, and 4 heavy khaki-gray crocks in 3 sizes lurked in the dimness to ambush unwary shins. Transparent ranks of shining jars echoed Mason, Mason, Mason along tiered shelves. Boxes of lids and rubber rings, Certo and soapy slabs of wax stacked corners.
I'm a new Canadian. I'm learning a lot of new things. Many of them make me happy, but some surprise me, and some puzzle me, and some make me breathless. I was told that the War of 1812, Canada defeated the Americans. I learned that Queen Elizabeth was the Queen of Canada. Why? We even have Victoria Day here. Coming from South Asia, we had just gained independence some years back. This puzzled me, but then I am a new Canadian. Seeing Queen's Park was always a bit of a surprise. All those statues of kings and queens of long ago, governors general from the heyday of the Raj. From what I remember, where I came from, they were replaced with nationalist heroes in the fits of pique and pride. But then I'm only a new Canadian.
Riverbank. Riverbank. Brown and muddy. Sun falls and warms it. Water flowing past. The frog suns himself on a rock. Hello, froggy. The frog gives a little hop. Turns. Black and shiny, carapace glistening in the sun. The scorpion stands waiting. The frog tenses, prepares to jump away, but hesitates. Hello, he answers, a sense of familiarity staying his hop. She pauses. It's been a while, she says, sliding into the seat across from him. Uninvited. Coffee cup on saucer rattles on the table. Cream, 2 sugars, he remembers. 35 days, he answers. I've missed you, she says.
The sky in your eyes is the tempestuous peace of militant empathy. The sky in your eyes is the earth I would soar in with intellect spread-eagled above life, above all there is to meaning.
This next poem is about that. It's called Bluff and Bluster. All may be seated now. Council is in session. Take notice as they plod over each slice of minutia and jibber-jabber like blabbering ghouls running the clock in circles. Even after an entire day, stuck in chairs, speaking into mics, raising hands in the air and waxing, waning as each passionate plea rings out from the misinformed, they sit and listen with bored, perplexed, concerned looks, even as verbal bombshells fire from the mouth of an enraged NIMBY. I watch these things unfold, my pen and pad, tape recorder, my restlessness after 3 hours, my public eye regarding on how that was the only interesting event so far. Many days in the years ahead will involve many hours in this room, sitting in these chairs, listening to these people decide the fate of Toronto.
The day Ricky found the empty limousine idling next to the hardware store in town, he knew he'd made it off the farm. Steal it, sell it, no more slopping the pigs. He jumped in the driver's seat and drove the stretched black Hummer straight to an auto body chop shop he knew. They weren't buying. "Bring me Beamers," the fence shouted in his face. "Audis, Benz. I can't sell a stolen limo." Driving away, Ricky heard a moan. He looked through that little window at the cabin in behind. Empty. He pulled off the highway and opened the back door. A man lay crumpled on the carpet, too stoned to speak, his face in a puddle of vomit, one arm twisted, twitching above his head. Ricky had a brainstorm. If you can't sell the car, sell the cargo.
Walked into my life at 3 in the morning. Waking my senses with something so alluring. A beige long coat and speech slightly slurring. Fire red lipstick that matches 5-inch heels that burn holes in the ground yet ignite her sex appeal. She's sizzling hot, the rain couldn't stop her from smoking. She closes her umbrella, but yet she's got me open. Open and standing at full attention. Those fire red lips that failed to mention that she was coming over with the intention of burning holes in the ground. She caught me off guard like an intervention. So let me intervene and take your coat. I hang it on the rack, turn around and I'm greeted by her rack. Yeah. Okay. Hey, yo, took her on my computer, Facebook and her broken heart. I got a million questions here, what can I start? Well, I should just let her know. When it comes to love, I am far from professional. I never got the love that I gave, so it kills me. Now a whole bunch of negativity fills me. Lashing out, got me singing ill things on Twitter. Women singing justice, you're cold, you're bitter. And baby, I know, just keep your eyes closed and take a walk down the road that I've been before, where everything is crazy and you always feel alone, and you always hear a click on the other end of the phone.
Now if I fall, catch me now. Say that you love me, yeah. I'm taking those vows. Sunshine's over, fresh and burn.